Hey guys, how's it going? Richard here with Alien Bros, and I hope you're all doing well. I'm back with some more strangeness for you all. I have a couple of new UFO sightings to share with you guys, and then afterwards, I have some news that honestly has me both astounded and looking for answers, and I think it'll leave you guys doing the same. First, as usual, let's get into the UFO sightings. It seems that UFO sightings have been going up in numbers drastically these last couple of weeks. Statistically speaking, there has been a 29% increase in reported sightings in just this last week alone. That doesn't even include the ones submitted to me either. Some strange stuff is certainly going on lately, maybe more so than usual. First, we have a video which was originally posted by our friend the Hidden Underbelly 2.0, and it shows something truly incredible. This footage was captured over Chongqing, China on July 18th of 2018, and I have absolutely no explanation for it. I'll go ahead and play you guys the footage, and we'll talk more on it afterwards, alright? Here's the footage. So as you guys can see, this clip shows something very, very strange. This footage was taken at the confluence of the Yangtze and Jieling rivers in southwestern China. The video, as you can see, shows these very bright lights up in the sky that proceed to appear and reappear continuously in the footage. I haven't ever seen anything quite like it before. They appear to be very high up in the sky, which makes me doubt this could have been done with something like drones, although I won't say it's impossible for it to have been drones, and I don't have a definite explanation for this one. And to be honest with you guys, I'm starting to wonder if maybe this could have been some sort of materializing and dematerializing craft, maybe government or ET in origin. Now, I'm not saying that I know for sure and believe that this is what these UFOs are, but I am certainly leaning on the idea that this could be something out of this world. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Could this be something ET? Do you think this could be something explainable or out of the ordinary, or what do you guys think? Either way, I thought it was definitely worth sharing with you guys. In my opinion, this isn't even the most incredible sighting I have for you guys today, but it definitely ranks pretty high up on my strangeness scale, that's for sure. Alright, next, I want to share a piece of footage which was originally captured and shared by a channel called Los Blogs de Tony that truly made my jaw drop the first time I watched it. The link to the original video and his channel will be down in the description. This one was just flat out incredible. It was captured over Chihuahua, Mexico on July 16th of 2018, and it is the sort of sighting that motivates me to keep doing this work. Make sure you watch this clip the whole way through and pay attention to the glowing red object on the mountain. I promise it will surprise you. I'll go ahead and play you guys the clip and we'll talk more on it afterwards, alright? Here it is.
Mira, guáchale para allá para arriba del cerro, güey. ¿Qué es eso? Allá arriba, cabrón. Ay, cabrón. ¿Qué onda?
Adelante, adelante. Buenas noches, compañero. Estás ahorita en una estación de combustible. Negativo, negativo. ¿No combustible o qué? Afirmación para pegar con gasolina, hermano, que se vaya para arriba. Está el compresor, por favor. Sube, ahí lo miro. Hay que me echen un litro de combustible ahí. Dale.
¿Qué rollo? ¡Ay, güey! ¿Qué es eso? ¡Ay, hijo de su pinche madre! ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué es, güey?
Yeah, so that is some crazy awesome footage. It certainly looks legitimate as well. I saw no signs of tampering, and the pixels matching each other shows me that this is certainly not CGI or anything of the sort. Now, to give you guys a bit of context, this sighting was captured by a construction worker that was on the job site while he was on break. He noticed the craft on the Sierra Madre Occidental mountain range, and then about 40 seconds later, as seen in the footage, the object took to the sky and just disappeared completely, as if it were never there at all. I've heard a few other larger channels also shared this footage, so some of you may have already seen it, but I thought it was definitely cool enough to share with you guys despite that. I want to know what you guys think about it. You guys that have been watching my channel for a while now probably remember that I shared a piece of footage that I personally captured, which I found to be very similar to the behavior this object portrayed in this clip. There are certainly some key differences, but having witnessed something like this on my own lets me know just how astounded this guy must have been when he was watching and recording this object. Mexico is pretty well known for and pretty open with UFO sightings. The people there simply accept UFOs as a part of life, and to be honest, some of the most incredible footage that I've ever seen has come from Mexico. It seems to be quite a hotspot for UFO activity. As far as this footage goes, I can't think of anything that could do what this object did. It was clearly very large, judging by the size of it compared to the mountain it was landed on, which immediately ruled out the possibility of this being a drone for me. As far as what this object is, I have no idea, but I think that from its behavior and size, it quite possibly could be extraterrestrial in origin. Whether this is a government reverse engineered craft or purely ET, I have no idea, but that is what I'm thinking it could be. I definitely want to hear what you guys think though. If you guys can explain away this footage, then please feel free to do so. I'm not saying that I know for sure that this craft is ET, that is only my opinion, and you guys should always form your own based off of the evidence. But if you guys have more information on this sighting, more footage, or captured a similar sighting, then definitely send it over to us in an email so we can figure out what this thing is. Alright, next, I have a UFO sighting that was captured over South Carolina on July 21st of 2018, but was not released until July 26th. It shows something that appears to be a slowly moving cigar-shaped object, and I don't have a clue as to what it is. The footage could certainly have been better quality, but at certain points in the video, the footage actually clears up and gives a clear depiction as to what the object looks like. I'll go ahead and play the clip for you guys now, and we'll go over it more afterwards, alright? Here it is. Definitely some weird footage. I'll go ahead and read you guys the witness's statement to give you all more context on the sighting. The statement reads, "I was in the kitchen and my son ran in, imploring me to come outside. I quickly went out and watched these two bright white objects in the distant evening sky. Then I thought to get my camera, but couldn't find the Fujifilm camera, so I went and got my cell phone instead. I managed to capture mostly blurred video and a few seconds of less blurry video. Inside my mind, I was cussing and angry because we had no good equipment to capture my first truly unknown sky object. Though, at the time, I figured probably when we saw the video it would just be distant planes. I see now, though, that these are no planes. They followed the exact same path, speed never varying, but the overall shape is oval with two bright, perfect circle-lighted areas that take up almost the whole figure. Either this, or it looks like two spears practically connected directly, but the speed is too great for balloons or dirigibles. Also, how could the aerodynamics allow such a speed for such a non-aerodynamic conventional craft to even move at that speed? Probably certainly over 100 miles per hour, and no sound whatsoever. The video was filmed at 8 times speed. It's the best the cell phone could do, and mostly never focused properly. Again, I'm upset that I only have old frumpy equipment to work with, and to have not been better prepared to capture such a mysterious event. I threw the phone in my pocket in a huff and sauntered back inside the house. My computer still runs Windows Vista, so I'm having trouble finding a video editor to remove a minute of the cell phone recording in the pocket portion. So, my wife, my son, and myself are direct witnesses of these objects. What are these things? My submitted name is a pseudonym. I'm a private person, but would like to hear if anyone can identify these objects. Thanks. That is the end of the witness's statement. I would like to add that I removed the submitted portion of the recording in the pocket footage, and I'd like to tell you now that what you're seeing here is a stabilized version of the footage. I've seen similar sightings before, and this one has a few unique qualities to it. The first being that this object appears to be emitting light, and almost looks as if it's glowing. Some of this can be attributed to the video quality, however, at the points where the video clears up, we can see that this object actually does have lights on it. They did not appear to be blinking either. I'm fairly certain that there is no way that this is anything like a plane or a helicopter. It seems to lack wings or any other sort of standard aviation equipment. What is even stranger is how slow it's moving. I think this thing is likely moving faster than the 100-mile-per-hour guess made by the witness, but I will say it certainly isn't moving quickly either. Something about this sighting just seems strange to me, and I can't figure out what it is here that I'm looking at. Maybe you guys can come up with an explanation for it. As far as my search for an explanation goes, though, I'm still stuck pondering on what this thing could be. At the moment, it is still definitely a UFO for me. Let me know what you guys think. I definitely want to hear some ideas on this one, and I'm sure the witness would like to hear some as well. Do you think this is something mundane, or is it something more? Anyway, I have one last piece of UFO footage to share with you guys before we get into the news, and it is an awesome one. This was originally posted by both our friends UFO Man and the Hidden Underbelly 2.0, and it is quite literally out of this world. It was originally submitted to MUFON by two separate people, and the case numbers will be down in the description as usual. It was captured on June 24th of 2018, and appears to show something very crazy flying over our moon. Go ahead and check out this footage, and we'll talk more on it afterwards, alright? Here it is. Now, what makes this footage even crazier is that these two people not only filmed the same objects, but they were also filmed in completely different parts of the world. The first clip was captured over Los Angeles, California, and the other was captured over Villa di Briano, Italy, which means that these objects were actually there, and weren't the result of just some CGI hoax or anything along those lines, and it did indeed actually happen. Knowing this rules out almost everything that could explain this sighting away, and proves that whatever these objects are, they are very clearly in space, and were large enough to be spotted over the lunar surface. In this case, due to their shape and the facts of this case, I will say that I believe these objects are very likely extraterrestrial. They are shaped perfectly like your typical flying saucer would be, and they are moving very quickly, covering the lunar surface in only a few seconds. This is an incredible find. What do you guys think, though? You should always come up with your own theories and explanations. Take my theories at face value, but as far as I'm concerned, until someone explains this away, this is the first time on this channel that I will say that I am fairly certain this is a sighting of something legitimately extraterrestrial and ultimately alien. However, feel free to change my mind on this, and leave your thoughts down in the comments. Alright, now I want to get into the news I mentioned earlier. Some of you may have already been aware of this, but a few days ago some footage came out showing that a Siberian town in Russia was plunged into darkness for 4 hours as the sun vanished overhead. Officials from the Russian government have refused to comment on the mysterious event, and people are asking questions on what this could have possibly been caused by. The mysterious affair took place earlier this week, however, bone-chilling video of the occurrence only emerged yesterday. The region of Yakutsk in Siberia went almost completely dark for 4 hours as local witnesses remarked that the sun had completely suddenly disappeared. Amid government silence over the episode, conspiracy theories online and in the region have ranged from the work of the devil to a new darkness-inducing weapon. Other explanations include the involvement of aliens, a meteorite strike kept secret, fumes from forest fires, or a failed rocket launch. Following the bizarre event, around 50 dead birds were found by local residents on the shore of Lake Baikal. Samples from the bodies of the birds have been taken to determine the cause of the bizarre mass deaths. Other residents told officials that their cars' batteries had suddenly stopped working as well. There has been no comment from the Russian Ministry of Defense. An official at the Emergencies Ministry in Yakutsk told reporters, "We have an opinion, but I have no right to disclose this information." When asked whether it was caused by forest fires, the officials responded, "Anything can be supposed." Ivan Gorakov, head of the Evano-Batynski district, commented stating, "It was really dark. Usually at this time of year we have the sun really high in the sky, but it was not visible at all, not even a spot. It was totally dark. When I switched off my office lights in my office, there was no light coming through the window, so you can understand how dark it was. We made an official request for information on the cause, but we have had no reply. Maybe we are all infected, who knows? Konstantin Starostin, head of the Nizhny Bietanitsky settlement, echoed this sentiment. We don't know what to think. We have no experts, and rumors keep growing. If this was linked to some kind of military test, I would say so. The sun was not visible from 11:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. during the day. Natalia Kovalovya, head of the Meteorological and Agricultural Forecasting Department, blamed the dark day on forest fires, with the pollution blown into the region. She added, "We think that partly is a meteorological event, but let me stress, this is only a preliminary conclusion based on information that we have just received." Now, we have talked about Russia a lot in past videos, and we have covered a lot of information in regards to Russia's history involving UFOs and strange phenomena in general, and also the Kremlin's involvement with UFOs and aliens. And I will say, I personally have my doubts that this could be a forest fire or anything of that nature. Many of you are probably aware of the coveted Kapustin Yar incident, where in 1948 the Russian government supposedly shot down and captured a UFO to obtain its technology and catch up to the United States in terms of reverse engineering and creating new tech. If you guys haven't, then I definitely recommend going back and watching those videos to get more information on the subject and get yourself up to speed. We've done multiple videos on it. Russia is honestly a hotspot for stuff like this, just like Mexico, and due to the remoteness and overall isolation of most places aside from Moscow, much of it goes unreported. Now, the question to ask here is, what could have caused the sun to disappear from this region of Siberia? What is really going on here? It would take some incredible technology to do what happened with this town, and it is obvious the Russian government is covering up whatever caused this incident. It is obviously not natural, and I highly doubt that this is something that we humans could accomplish on our own. I think this is likely ET related in some form. Whether the Russian government was behind this or not, I still think this is some form of extraterrestrial technology. This is a super weapon capable of destroying an entire region's inhabitants by removing the sunlight, therefore killing crops and the food supply of that region. It seems too far-fetched to believe this is something the Russian government created by themselves. That's my opinion, at least. Whatever it is, the existence of it is truly scary. Why even bother launching nukes when you can plunge a whole region or maybe even the whole world into darkness and starve everyone to death? Not to mention cause technology to malfunction, thereby cutting everyone off from the rest of the world. The idea of this is scary. I am almost hoping that this is something that was caused purely by aliens, because if it wasn't, and this type of selective weaponry is in the hands of humans, it could mean more horrible results for those on the receiving end, as history has shown humans have no problem using these sorts of weapons, especially if it doesn't have any repercussions on the one in control of said weapon. What do you guys think? Is this some freak event, something caused by ETs, or is this potentially super weapons created by the Russian government from ET tech? Do you have any theories of your own on what this could be? Any explanation is welcome. Feel free to leave a comment with your thoughts on it, and let's all keep our fingers crossed and hope that this isn't a cause for alarm. Clearly the Kremlin knows what this was, and they aren't saying anything, which to me reeks of a cover-up. They don't want people knowing what this is, and honestly, that worries me a lot. Let's all hope for the best, though. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today, but stay tuned because there's a lot more coming and we will have it posted very soon. If you liked the video, then please don't forget to smash that like button on your way out, share it, comment, and most importantly, hit that subscribe button and tap that notification bell. It really helps us out, and it'll let you guys stay up to date by sending you a message straight to your inbox every time we upload a video, and you can stay on the up and up with all the latest alternative news. Also, if you want updates on when our videos will be coming out, then please go follow our Facebook page. The link is down in the video description. And if you have some UFO footage or evidence that you would like us to feature on the channel, then please send it over to us in an email. Our email is down in the description as well, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Also, if you guys want to help keep this channel going strong, then donating even $1 a month to our Patreon would be extremely appreciated, because YouTube isn't paying us, so this is all out of pocket for us. However, as I have said many times before, we love it and we won't be quitting anytime soon. Thanks again for your guys' support. It means a lot to us, and don't forget to browse the channel if you're new and get yourself up to speed. As always, I'm Richard with Alien Bros, and I'll see you guys again next video.